Meta launches a new app called Xtadium with an X in it instead of a S, integrating VR into live sports like UFC and NASCAR. LinkedIn releases a new brand safety hub in audience network ads to help you protect your brand reputation. As part of its Web3 initiatives, Nike launches an NFT platform called .swoosh that has digital collectibles that are linked to real-life products. All these interesting news items and much more coming up in this 182nd edition of the Connected Church News with me, Nachi Lazarus. Welcome. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital, social media and Web3 news that you need to know for this week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. Instagram has announced that you can now add music to your regular Instagram image posts on newsfeed. Now, these are regular photo posts, which is what originally made Instagram popular. And now, instead of just posting, say, an announcement of your event, a ministry event, or a picture of your worship session or something like that, you can add music to it. Think about it. It makes things much more interesting. And I think in a ministry and non-profit setting, this can be really useful. And because of TikTok's success, most social media channels are now realizing that music draws people, makes things a little more enhanced. So think about a music before you start posting photos now. The announcement says that you can choose a segment of between 5 and 90 seconds of a song to use. Of course, if you're a brand account, then you have a little bit of limitations on the type of songs, but you can still use Meta's sound collection. So do pass this on to your social media team. This news item might be especially useful if you are in youth ministry or if you are in any kind of family related ministry or non-profit. TikTok has released the findings of an interesting survey called Digital Parenting Practices 2022. And this survey has findings about 13 to 17-year-olds and how they respond to various situations online when they have a negative impact of a post or something like that, how the dynamics work with their parents. So this is part of our everyday life, right? Today with the absolute boom of short form videos like TikTok and Instagram Reels, I think as ministries and nonprofits, it's important for us to understand this behavioral dynamics. And this survey findings has some interesting statistics that I think you will find useful. So I will link to it in the show notes. Definitely have a look. Meta released an interesting announcement about an app that they are adding into Meta Quest that integrates VR, virtual reality, into live sports. The app is called Xtadium with an X in it instead of a S. So I guess you call it Xtadium. Tough brand name. So what the app does is it gives you a feeling of sitting in a front row of a real life sports game. So you will feel like with your headset on, even though you are at home, you will feel like you're actually in the front row of the stadium. You can watch the game, the real game, like live game, and you can watch the audience and you can do all of that with your avatar. Like, it's an integrated hybrid experience of real life footage and metaverse coming together. So an interesting application. Anything that combines two things, sports and news, is going to be adopted very well by the audience. That's what we've seen in history. So let's see if this helps Meta VR move forward. LinkedIn has released a new brand safety hub to help you protect your brand reputation, especially when you're releasing an ad or a campaign using the audience network. Audience network is basically a set of platforms that are outside LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has tied up or partnered with these platforms to increase the exposure of the ads and campaigns. So now they are giving you tools, and especially this new tool, to help you review those platforms, find out if there are any platforms that you don't want your ad to be shown on. That is, if there is a clash of like values or ethics or something that does not go well with your brand. Like you don't want your brand name to be seen on that platform. If there's a situation like that as a non-profit or ministry, I think it could be useful in some cases, not for most of us. So generally, I would say don't mess with it. Just leave it as it is. But if you are very particular about a platform, then pass this on to your ad strategy team. Nike has announced that they are launching a new NFT marketplace called .swoosh. So this marketplace is going to have virtual creations like sneakers and accessories and all of that. And they are going to be, interestingly, linked to real life products and events. So when you buy those virtual items, then that will unlock access to real life events and so on. So which is a typical NFT utility use case. And Nike has always been a forerunner with initiatives like Nike Land and various other Web3 initiatives. But the interesting thing about this announcement is this. In the news item or in the blog post or in the press release, there is no mention of the word NFT or metaverse. Both these words are missing in their announcement officially. Only the word Web3 is there. Thanks to my friend Jeff Kaufman of the Jump community for pointing this out. But it's very interesting copywriting. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments about any of the stories, then do send them to me at Nachi Lazarus on Instagram or Twitter. We'll make sure we get you the answers. We have all the source links and details in the description section wherever you're listening to me. Check it out, and I will see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed. God bless you. Bye-bye.